being alone, living alone, and dying alone is like the worst curse God could ever put on anybody. I've always thought of life as like this one-way street, and you head down it, and as you do, it sort of disappears behind you. So, you can only go one direction, forward. And looking way down there, you see a city, but it's on fire, and it's red hot. And like I said before, you can't go back once you've started this damn journey. You can only go forward.
The truth is, you must keep going. I repeat, keep going.
I'm not a procrastinator, so I think in general the answer would be no. I feel like I have another good friend, and again, he says the fish just don't jump in the boat. You know, meaning you better go out there and do it yourself. You know, don't fucking wait around and wait for someone to hand deliver something. Go make it happen. You know, the fish don't just jump in the boat. If you want to go catch them, go catch them. You know, throw that line in the water and go do some work. And if it doesn't work that day, do it again the next day. So, and I think the procrastination, that's probably not good for any of us. You know, I think we want to go out there and do it, go out there and make it happen.
Some days it gets tough.
It does.
Some days it gets tough.
And I think a part of it, that noble mentality is, you know, fuck your tired body, fuck that unmotivated mind, and get out there and do it anyway.
Everything revolves around the first question, what do you want? Because a lot of people are unclear what they want from life. They don't sit down and think through. We are writing our own life story every day, and yet we don't think about it. Who do we want to be? Where do we want to live? What life do we want to lead? When we've finished our life, come to the end of our life and look back, what do we want to say that we've done? So, what do you want is a very powerful question.
I'm unbeatable. I'm totally and completely, unequivocally unbeatable.
But you didn't know that before, right?
No, I didn't know how unbeatable because I had never been beaten that badly. It's like a fighter. Just look at it as a fight. There's plenty of times you go in the ring, you fancy the job. You're unbeatable.
Yeah.
It's all in the head. Other times you go in the ring and think, this geezer's too good for me. You've lost before you start.
Yeah.
It's in the head. But over a period of time, you learn a little bit more about yourself because you have more experience in different circumstances. Then you find out what you really are. I found out I'm unbeatable. I can't be beat. It's impossible. You condemn me. You can damage me. You're never ever going to beat me.
We think it means that we're fired up to do something. We think that it means we're eager and passionate to make something happen. And we think that somehow we should just be able to turn on that eagerness and turn on that passion. But we can't. Because you just can't turn on passion. You can't just turn on the desire to execute a task. It just doesn't work that way. And honestly, that isn't even what motivate means. Motivate doesn't mean to yell and scream and encourage. To motivate actually means to provide a motive, a reason why.
Joe, in 16 hours' time, this man is gonna learn that if you disrespect a person's kindness and take it as a weakness, you must pay. Tomorrow night, I'm gonna make this man pay with his life, and I mean it. You're dead in that octagon tomorrow night.
Car gets you from point A to point B. What's a car? Is an engine to drive that car, right? And a steering wheel, a direction of where that engine is driving towards. Both of them are the forces you need to turn this workout, this back workout, into the barrage of excellence it can be. Let's talk about those two things real fast. The steering wheel, the directional path, where you're headed in life. That's your belief upstairs. Before you walk in here, you already know what you're going to do. There's a plan of action. Therefore, every action has results and bears the fruits of your labor. It must be that way. You don't go in here blindly. You go in here with a fucking purpose. Mentally believing in it, like Muhammad Ali. He called himself the greatest fighter before he ever won something. He believed it. He had a strong directional path of where he's heading. That's the steering wheel. But then you need an engine, an undying will, commitment, the effort. Even you get knocked down, you get back up, and you get back up, and you get back up, and you continue to throw shit against the wall because you believe in the purpose. You find value in it.
The problem is they're trying to make me think they don't have an addiction problem. It's the craziest thing. Like, everything about you, like, says that you have an addiction problem, right? But you're trying to convince me that you don't. Listen to me. You got to understand why I'm trying to tell you this. Because you're so focused on your reputation. You're so focused on making me see you a certain way that you're not in the dark taking care of you. Like, you're not becoming the giant you're going to be one day. You're not becoming the superstar you're going to be one day. You're not becoming the multimillionaire you're going to be. You're not becoming the influencer you're going to be like. You're so worried about what I see in the light that you're not doing what you need to do to become the person you need to become.
I will never quit. Because if you quit, you're done. You may still be alive walking around on this earth. You're done. I will never quit. I will persevere and I will thrive on adversity. My team expects me to be physically harder and mentally stronger than our opponents. I hold myself to that standard. I will be physically harder and mentally stronger than anything that comes against me, my family, my business, my brothers, my sisters, my team. I will be the one that is physically harder and mentally stronger, and I will work to maintain that position. You won't beat me.
Dude, you know you're meant for more. You know you have the desire to achieve more. And so what's it going to take for you to start rewriting the story in your life? See, the problem is you have bought into this false narrative that you are destined for failure because you come from a failed family. You come from a divorced family. You come from a family of alcoholics. You come from a family of drug abusers. You come from a family of that have mental disorders. You come from a family who are immigrants. Blue collar. We're just supposed to be blue collar. No, you're not. No, you're not. You can make as much money as you want. You can have as much freedom as you want. You can have as much opportunity as you want, but you got to go out and get it, because I can tell you right now, every single one of you out there have exactly what you deserve.
Winning is a great feeling in business, in sports, in life, and definitely in gambling. Losing is never fun, but it's part of the game. You know what I mean? If you want to be in the game, and it's sports, it's business, or whatever, there's going to be wins and there's going to be losses. And you have to take them both in stride.
Is there any limit to your ambition?
No.
Or any limit to what you think you can achieve?
No. Well, no. Because I think right now, if I was to quit rapping and I said I want to go to the NBA, I would be in the NBA.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes, I would.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes, I would.
Why would you think you could make it to the NBA?
Because I think I could do anything.
Like when I was going through school, I'll never forget, I think I was in 3rd grade. And back then, ADD, ADHD wasn't like, here's this medicine, or here's this thing. They want to put you in a special school. Mm-hmm. So for me, I was so far behind in learning that their big thing was, let's just put him in a special school because he'll never learn. And through that process of like, I don't want to be in a special school. I don't want to be treated any differently. It really, I never took medication. I've never taken medication for this. That's why right now you see me looking right in your eyes. What the hell is you've been saying right now? And that's why I don't feel bad for people who have ADHD, who have learning disabilities. And some are impossible because you just can't. But a lot of them you can.
Again, life's not fair. It's a good learning experience for my boys and my little girl that I'll teach them. Life is tough sometimes, and it's not fair. And it doesn't care sometimes. But you're going to hold true to what you believe, and you're going to hold true to who you are, and you're going to be that person whether it's easy or it's not. And that's the standard that I'm going to hold my children to, and that's the standard I hold myself to. If I can't do it, then how can I tell them to do it, And so it's hard sometimes. Life sucks, and it's hard, but I can assure you life is a lot more difficult for some for some other people today than it is for me.
Because they're projecting the things that they know they should be doing that you are doing that they're not doing, and you remind them of that. And so even though the mountain that you're climbing is actually a smaller one than the one that you ultimately want to climb, you're actually at the top of their mountain. And so they start tearing you down. So like, that's where the underdog story that we said at the very beginning of this with the quote, which is like, on the way up, they root for you. And then when you're at the top, they try and tear you down because you remind them of the dreams that they couldn't accomplish, right? And so you quitting drinking, or you staying in to work on your side hustle or your project or the business that you want to launch, or the podcast, you might be at the top of their mountain. And so they are tearing you down because now you remind them that they haven't done it. And it's purely a projection of them onto you and has nothing to do with you. If you're going through that right now, and I promise you, every single person who wants to do something with their life and has done something with their life has gone through the exact chapter that you're going through. And it's the lonely chapter. It's the chapter where your
humanity, that is your glory. You know, that is your glory. Your failure, and then your getting back up. The man who never fail has no glory. The man who fell and got back up, that's where his glory is. The man who fell 20 times and got up 21 times, that man has even greater glory.
Wow.
That man has more courage, way more courage than the guy who was so strong from birth that he never failed. There's no glory in that.
That was Michael Jordan. He said, I failed over and over and over and over again. I failed. And that's why I succeeded. 2 examples, Muhammad Ali, mental belief, the directional path, believing in the endeavor that he can achieve this. So much so that he called himself the title before ever was. That's how much he believed in it. And once he believed in the path, that it's time to put the work in. It's the engine in the car. Going to work every single day when no one's watching. Paying your fucking dues every single day so that this belief rises to a level of maturity that others are like, fuck yeah, man, way to go. Both of them must collide in an unstoppable force. A blitzkrieg. It's a popular military term. Very famous in World War I, when Germany took over Poland in a blitzkrieg fashion. All forces came in and converged on that motherfucker. Unprecedented force.
How badly do you want it? Because you've got to pay a price to be the best. The best pay a big price. You've got to work harder, you've got to commit more, you've got to take more responsibility, you've got to deal with more ups and downs. And if we can deal with that question, how much are you willing to suffer? Because I work with gold medal champions, and they suffer every day. They work enormously hard. They sacrifice enormous things in order to get that success.
So to motivate someone is to explain to them why they're doing what they're doing, how it will help them, where it'll take them, why they should continue to work and to struggle and to fight. And when you need motivation yourself, don't look for someone to scream and yell. Don't look for someone else to give you motivation. Look at yourself.
Better fight yourself, because you're not only winning when things are going your way. You got to figure out how to win when things aren't going your way. You got to figure out when your body's fighting you, when your mind's fighting you. How do you still, just say, F it, I'm gonna beat my mind today? Or do you just give in to your mind and say, oh, I'm tired today, I'm lazy, I don't want to do it, it's too hard, no one else is doing it, it's a weekend, it's too late, these are already off hours, oh, exactly what I want isn't happening right now. Like, okay, great. You know who that's great for? Your competition. You want that attitude to permeate the people that you're competing against. You want them to give in to their mind. You want them to say, oh, it's too hard, I can't do it. But you want to be the one that says, fuck it, I'm going to do it anyway. I know I don't feel good today, but I'm going to go out there and I'm going to prove to myself that even on days that it doesn't feel right, I push myself. The only way to gain confidence in yourself is to build something. It's not to wait for it to happen.
When you gamble, right, and you lose, and you go into a deep, dark depression, I've seen this with guys that do it, get depressed, and gambling isn't for you. If you are the type of person that's on social media and people say horrible things to you, and you get depressed and you shouldn't be on social media. You know what I mean? These are all part of being in the game. When you're in the fucking game, great things happen and really bad things happen. And you got to take it all in stride. And you got to pick yourself up the next day, strap your fucking shoes back on, and get out there and go to fucking war again.
So it bothers you that I think you have an addiction, but it don't bother you that you drink. Oh, you missed what I just said. It don't bother you that you're destroying your body. It doesn't bother you that you're not walking in your anointing. You're not walking in your calling. This is why you're losing, because you're so worried about what people think about you that you're not in the dark working on you. You're so worried about how people see you that you would rather look like you got money than to actually do what you got to do to put in the work to have money. You're so worried about how you look when you put your uniform on that you don't care about watching film, that you don't care about talking to the coach and making the adjustments, that you don't care about working on your drills. You're so worried about, and that's why you're losing, because you're so focused on your reputation that you're not building your character.
You might think that life is unfair. You might think that life dealt you a bad hand, but I'm here to tell you life will give you exactly what you tolerate. And if you've been tolerating mediocrity, you've been tolerating average, you've been tolerating this victim mentality that you're carrying, then guess what? You have exactly what you deserve. I know those are harsh words, but I'm going to tell it to you. Because if I kept believing this false narrative that I'm an immigrant, I'm always going to be blue collar, that I don't belong here, that I'm unlovable because I was molested, because I was beaten, because I was bullied, because I was told to go back to my own country, because I've got learning disabilities, that I'm supposed to be broke, that I'm supposed to be desperate, that I'm supposed to be approval seeking, validation seeking, putting other people on pedestals. Because of that, fuck you. Don't ever for a moment undersell yourself.
I think the one word I can think of is selfless. Our superstar player and our tight end is the most selfless player on our team, you know. And when your best player is your most selfless player, everyone has to fall in line, you know. Who can argue about not getting targets when if his targets go from 20 to 4 one day? You know, he's the biggest cheerleader on the sideline the game that he's not playing. You know, he's the most supportive, you know, and I would say that just being selfless and being prepared, you know, if you don't work hard, you just won't be here, you know. And I love that because I don't have to pull teeth every day. You know, I know that if they don't work hard, they've shown me over time that you're just not going to be here if you're not going to be ready and prepared when it's your time.
The effort inside, the undying will that wants to come out and be remembered. You must have them together right now for anything in there to come in your favor. It's early in the morning right now. Half these motherfuckers are so sleepy. We're not, because there's only so much time in the day, and we can't let it pass by. Most of these people are going to get up and go to work 9 to 5, right? Put their 8 hours a day in. They're not being paid by the hour. They're being paid for the value they provide in that hour. So when we walk in here and kill this fucking workout, the hour it is no guaranteed success. It's the choices you make on every fucking rep, every set. When the pain says hello, do you say goodbye? What are you doing? How bad do you want it? Or you already see yourself stronger from it before you enter it?
You know, I just try to encourage guys. It's like, hey, we're humans, but we have inside of us, we have a courage and we have a determination, and we can have a strength and a gentleness at the same time. And that's our glory. Our glory comes from our faults, accomplishing what we accomplish in spite of our faults. And without the faults, there is no glory, because there's no victory. And so, you know, all the failures in business, all the failures in everything, you know, as a husband, as a father, all that stuff. But, you know, we look where we are today and say we didn't quit. We kept on, and so it's like, yeah.
Don't aim for mediocre. 99% of people in the world are convinced that they're incapable of achieving great things, so they aim for the mediocre. The level of competition is thus fiercest for realistic goals, paradoxically making them the most time and energy consuming. If you are insecure, guess what? The rest of the world is too. Do not overestimate the competition and underestimate yourself. you are better than you think. I love that. Do not overestimate the competition and underestimate yourself.
I've been getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning praying with God. I don't care what nobody think about me and my faith in Jesus Christ. I don't care what nobody think about prayer. It doesn't matter. I know the benefits. I know what happened when I was praying when I was homeless. I know what happened when I started praying in school. I know what happened in my life as a speaker when I started praying and putting God first. I know. I don't care what people think about me in the light. I am grinding in the dark. I'm trying to accomplish what God called me to accomplish. I'm working on the actions that I need to. I'm working on my character. I'm fixing stuff about me that needs to be fixed. I don't care what you think about me. I'm correcting stuff that needs to be corrected. I'm dealing with my pain. I'm dealing with my past. I am actually growing and developing in the dark. So when I come out in the light, I can actually be a winner.
The only thing I can say to them, like if
you're 15 in front of you,
I have my son and say, you can do whatever you want. You just need to be able to sacrifices, discipline, and hard work.
Yes.
And have a good mentality, because if you have that three things: discipline, sacrifices, and
hard work.
But if you don't have that mentality, it's gonna be very difficult.
Athletes who turn up to compete, they put a bit more effort in. They try to be the best amongst their group. Then there's the athletes who train to win. They train every day, every session, so that they win on match night. And then I remember saying to Adam's group, there are just those very few players who train to dominate. They train so hard that winning is inevitable on race night. And Adam said, that clicked with me. I decided I was going to train to dominate. So he said, when I go into the Olympic final, I know I'm going to win. I know I've done more than anybody else. I feel so good.
See, that's the thing, man. Everyone's waiting for permission. Everyone's waiting for permission from some higher power to tell them that it's okay to break through the seal, that it's okay to achieve more, want more, get after more. It is very okay, fellas, to go out and make money. It is very okay to go and get jacked. It is very okay to find a beautiful wife. It is very okay to buy cars and buy homes and support your friends who support you, to be generous with your money. It is very okay to be abundant-minded. It is.
If you want something bad enough, you can't let anybody tell you can't do something. I'll repeat that. If you want something bad enough, you can't let anybody tell you can't do something, not even yourself. A lot of days I'm like, oh, you can't do this, Tom. You can't be as quick as a 30-year-old on the computer. Bullshit. Let me show you. I mean, I would have arguments with myself. I could do it. People doubted me. I doubted myself sometimes too. But you know what? I watched Arnold fall down. Nobody remembers when he fell down. When he was, Arnold wasn't the glorified winner as he was in the first 70 through 75. He got up. I'm gonna become a famous film star. He became governor. He kept getting up and getting up. I saw Trump do the same thing. I saw a lot of these guys I admired in business do it.
Every day when you get out of bed, life's standing right there to kick you in the fucking face, man. Could be anything. Could be you get up and you walk downstairs, you got a fucking flat tire and you're late for work and you got this and that. Life is going to throw all kinds of crazy shit at you, right? And you have to be ready for it and you got to fucking deal with it. You can't curl up into a ball. You can't run away from it. You can't hide. You have to take all this shit head on. You have to get up every day when I get up out of bed, I strap up and I'm getting ready for fucking war. Because I know I'm coming in here. I know a bunch of bad shit's going to happen that I'm going to fucking deal with. And if that's not bad enough, when I finally get out of here, I'm probably going to go to the casino and I'm going to get into another fucking war. You know what I mean? I thrive in chaos. I actually love chaos. Everybody talks about retiring. Fuck that shit. What am I going to do when I retire? What would I do? I like to go to war. I like to battle. I like to win. Sometimes I lose, but then I have to come back from the loss and
look at yourself and remind yourself why you are doing what you are doing. Remind yourself. that this struggle, this temporary pain, this fight that you're in, this is what will make you stronger and faster and smarter and better. With that motivation, go forward into the fray, into the storm, into the heat of the battle, where victory is forged.
Your life just happened in front of you. It just show up today and make it happen with Tom. No, you had to do a lot of shit today to get to this day that no one really knows except you. So that's why you appreciate it, because you had to go through a lot of stuff to get to this day. Now only you know what it took to get here, and that's why you value it. So other people from the outside in may say, oh, Vic, you're so lucky. You get to do this and you get to be, you have all these followers, you have these people that pay attention to you, you get to do these cool things. Well, yeah, but in your mind, you're probably still the same kid, with your brother and your other brother and your sister and your dad and your mom. You're like, no, you guys don't remember where I came from. And this is why I value this, because I have perspective.
Yeah.
I knew where I came from. I knew where I started. And now I appreciate it where I'm at. And that's the beauty of life, to continue to appreciate where you're at.
Sure, every time you tell your sad, pathetic story, all you do is you reinforce the fact that you're sad, you're pathetic, you're undeserving. Effectively, you reinforce the fact that you're okay with being a loser. I don't want you to be a fucking loser. What if you told people the story of, hey, I had a fucked up life, but I don't want to tell you that. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do next, and I'm going to go out and do it. Right? That is what self-development is about. That is what peak performance is about. That is what breaking through self-limiting beliefs is about, is rewriting the story. Because as long as you have breath in your lungs, as long as your heart is beating, as long as you have consciousness in your mind, you can go and rewrite the story of how your life ends and how your life continues from this day forward, the legacy that you live.
People don't want to go through the process of focus, of teaching yourself how to truly focus. This is where my message gets lost. It gets lost because I may say, MF or F, I may be, because that's the passion that comes out of me, because it takes everything for me to learn a sentence. So when I speak about David Goggins, I can't speak about David Goggins in a way that's just calm and cool. Because when I wake up, I know the journey that it takes for me to find my greatness. And it's hard. Nothing is easy. Nothing just like, I wake up and I just do this or I do that, or it just, I watch people every day go through life and it's so easy. For me to be where I'm at today, it takes every bit of me. So when I speak about it, and as I get going here, you'll start seeing me, the tempo will rise, the passion will come out, because I'm back there. I'm doing what I do every day to become a human being.
Stop craving the applause of people. Right? Stop getting full off of empty calories. It's empty calories. Somebody say you did a good job, but did you say you did a bad job? Somebody say you good at what you do when you whack what you do. Who cares what they think? Bro, ain't nobody opinion paying my bills. Even when my bills get paid, that's a corporation that brought me in. That don't got nothing to do with individual people on the internet and what they think about me. Listen to me. Number one, stop craving the applause of men. Number two, get in the lab. That's it. I'm finished. Get in the lab and figure out what you really want, right? Get in the lab, figure out what you want, and every single day start working on who you are as a person.
You had the value and the vision up here before you applied the effort and the work in there. It must be that way. And if it's not, take a fucking moment, gather your thoughts. Realize why you're fucking here. Realize that you're gonna pay the payments today on your terms, not later in the day when someone else is paying them on your ass. That notion, if you had that belief, both colliding, then this workout, this blitzkrieg on our back, will bear the fruits of your conviction.
I always say, because I love what I do. And I have that passion on me. And I love what I do, and I enjoy it. And I'm that kind of man, I'm that kind of person say, if I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do 100%.
Yeah.
No in the middle, no 90%, no, I'm 100%. I always try to do my best and try to do my everything. And I think because I love what I do. I never feel fear.
Really?
In boxing, I never feel how it's like to feel the fear. I always enjoy it. I just enjoy a lot. My favorite day, my favorite thing is sparring days, and a fight day is I just enjoy.
Tell you that you were a chunky kid, you were a big kid when you were born, you were clumsy, and you start believing the fact that you're supposed to be fat your whole life, you're supposed to be clumsy your whole life, and then you start believing the fact that hey, because dad works 3 jobs and dad's always broke, that you're supposed to be broke, that that's just how it is in our family. That is not. You could be the one in your family to change the trajectory of your bloodline. I'm the one in my family. I'm the one. And it is important for you to take that pen back that people have written in your book of life and realize there's many other pages that are blank that you could start rewriting how the story goes. But you have to give yourself permission first. Permission to heal. Permission to realize that you're not broken, that you are lovable, you are worthy, that you are capable. You have everything you need. There's not a goddamn thing that someone else has that you don't have.
If you got a bad attitude, fix it. If your mouth is bad, fix your mouth, right? If you don't know how to read, study. If you procrastinate, fix it. If you lazy, fix it. All right, but get in the lab and work on you. It's your boy E.T., man. I'll leave you with this. You gotta stop worrying about what people think about you. You gotta start worrying about what you think about yourself. You gotta stop worrying about what people say about you in the crowd. And you gotta look at yourself in the mirror and see how you feel about you when you look yourself in the mirror. We don't got a lot of life left, y'all. We don't got a lot of time left. Spend the rest of it becoming, doing, and having what you were destined to have being do.
You have to be like all in. And if you're not all in, you're gonna get beat up in front of loads of people. That's just the way it goes. And I think he is one of the smart people who realizes I'm not all in, so I'm not even going to do it. And I think that's fair enough, because a lot of people, like, they've got one foot in, one foot out, and I don't think that ends well for anybody. And he could see the dedication that I was putting in, and he realized that that's not for him. So
that's what it takes. To do anything successfully in life, you've got to want it as bad as you want to breathe. And if you want it that bad, if you're willing to give it that much, you get a big piece of what you want. And life and dreams do come true. Anything you want can happen and become a reality. And I believe that sincerely, and I'll die on that thought, okay? And I say that not from something I read, it's from something I lived, okay? And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
I'm certain that most capable people don't believe in themselves enough. And a lack of confidence killed more dreams than a lack of competence ever did. Self-doubt often seems to sort of be bundled into a package deal alongside potential. And I'm not too sure why. It might be that capable people are paralyzed by high expectations, or that competence is correlated somehow with rumination and an introspective mind, or maybe that the greater your capacity, the less accurately you can see your true potential, and as the end goal is simply much further away, it's harder for you to work out. I'm unsure on the cause, but I'm pretty certain on the symptom. More people are held back by their self-belief than are propelled by it.
If I handed you a Ferrari, right? Imagine this, if I handed you a Ferrari, brand new Ferrari, and I'm like, hey man, this Ferrari is brand new, it is a track car, it is just gonna destroy it. Like, it is designed to handle and to take corners and to just burn down the track. However, I go, but the only way you could drive it is if the e-brake is pulled up, right? So now you're driving this Ferrari with the e-brake halfway pulled up, and you're not getting the full performance out of it. It's not performing the way you want. And you're like, man, this thing drives like a jalopy. Why? Well, because the e-brake is on. The moment you drop that e-brake on your life, and you give, that's the equivalent of you giving yourself permission, saying that I don't have to let this be my story. Like, whatever you went through, whatever mess you went through does not have to be the message of your life.
Nothing is easy. Like, running is running. It sucks, but you have a choice to make. Do you want to sit down and go back to that guy you once were? No. So this is what it takes. It takes that misunderstanding of people, and they'll never get it because they were never David Goggins. So that is what it takes for me to do what I do. It may take you something differently. So for me, everything has to be in the study, and everything has to be into this, everything has to be, and everywhere I am, it has to be there. Me, focused where I am. That's why you're my second podcast I've done since Rogan, since the book came out. I don't have time for that shit. Because if I want to be great, I'm not trying to maximize money or maximize people knowing me. I do these things because maybe someone out there will understand me and get it and say, I can grow from this guy, and others just won't.
The sign of success is the hate that you get along the way. And what you can't do is bend the knee to their hate and fit back into the conformity because it's comfortable and it's warm. Because like in the Matrix, when Trinity opens the door, when Neo's about to go take the red pill and he wants to get out of the car, she says, Neo, you've been down that road and you know exactly where it leads. And I know that's not where you want to be. And then he closes the door. Like right now, this moment that you're going through is Trinity opening the door and being like, you could go back, but then you'd have to remember exactly what the reason was that you decided not to go out to begin with, just because you listen to this podcast and you consume this content, you're like, I can do more than this. Like, because you are starting to live in some of that hell where you look in the mirror and you're like, I can do more. And you start to see the person that you could be. And you're like, this does start to feel like hell.
You have got to be able to make decisions before you can ever build anything else. You have to build a lot on top of that to become a good leader. But you have got to make a decision in your life. You have got to make a decision about your fitness. You have got to make decisions about your business. You have got to make decisions about your faith. You have got to make decisions about your marriage. You have got to make decisions about your kids. Because you know what? Your only other option is to crouch in stagnant fear like a coward and potentially die and potentially put the lives of everyone who depends on you in jeopardy.
Every day, because I have a vision, I have my confidence, and I believe in myself. People call it arrogant, I call it confidence. Ignorant people call it arrogant, intelligent people call it confidence.
But have you ever had one where
Since day one.
And then
Since day one.
Not being quite that confident?
Never. Since day one, but not only when I came to MLS, since I started to play football, because I believe so much in myself and I have a bulletproof mind, and when I go out there, I know what I'm able to do, and I do it good. Please do not offend me. I don't need to prove nothing. Even if I don't score the goals today, and I have a lot of respect for Vela. He's a good player, but you did one mistake. You compare him with me. That was your biggest mistake.
So what if you were beaten? So what if you were mentally and emotionally abused? Those are all superpowers now, because you are the type of person that went through that and came out the other side a stronger person. You have more resiliency. You are more resourceful than people that have not gone and suffered through adversity and abuse. That's the reality. We are more resilient. We are more emotionally strong, mentally tough, and we can deal with so much shit. But we have to first let go of the mental crippling crutch that we carry, which is this victim mindhood, right?
Passion is free. Nobody can charge you for passion. Nobody can tell you what passion looks like, because that's all about you. Effort is isolated. The reason why effort is isolated, because nobody can dictate it. Effort is 100% in the mind. No coach, no player, nobody else can make you run to the ball. Nobody else can make you finish a tackle. Nobody else can do it. That's why it's the most isolated things in this earth right now. It's effort. And when you finally figure it out, how to win real battles, it's found through fundamentals. That's what wins championships. That's what wins battles. Blocking, tackling, until they get tired. Because you don't know what tired feels like.
Don't be afraid to fail. There's an old IQ test, was 9 dots. And you had to draw 5 lines with a pencil within these 9 dots without lifting the pencil. The only way to do it was to go outside the box. So don't be afraid to go outside the box. Don't be afraid to think outside the box. Don't be afraid to fail big, to dream big. But remember, dreams without goals are just dreams, and they ultimately fuel disappointment.
Don't hide your delicate pride from the truth. Take ownership of everything in your world, the good and the bad. Take ownership of your mistakes, take ownership of your shortfalls, take ownership of your problems, and then take ownership of the solutions that will get those problems solved. Take ownership of your mission. Take ownership of your job, of your team, of your future, and take ownership of your life. Lead. Lead yourself and your team and the people in your life. Lead them all to victory.
One thing important is that we all have these moments in time that either make you or break you, that can determine the rest of your life. The rest of your life can be determined by one simple decision. 19 years ago, 300 pounds, I was spraying for cockroaches. I made a decision to try to be a Navy SEAL. My whole goal was to go on this path every day after work and to run a mile to a mile and a half. This rock was about the 0.5 mark in my run. This rock was a moment that should have broken me. I got 0.5 into it. I weighed 297 pounds. I sat on this rock and I had a decision to make. I wanted to quit. I wanted to give up. There wasn't some inspirational quote. There wasn't nothing. It was me, myself, and it was freezing out here. I had to make a decision. The decision I make was to get up and keep on going. That one moment changed the rest of my life.
The world belongs to optimists, because if you're going to do anything big, you have to believe that it can happen. Otherwise, it never will. Sean Puri says the cynics get to be right and the optimists get to be rich. 99% right and 100% wrong. They're right 99% of the time, but they're wrong 100% because the only thing that matters is the big one at the end. Your family and friends will say that every girl you ever date is not good enough, except for the one time you find a girl that you're actually going to marry, or that this business idea won't work, and you might have 9 failures. My first 9 businesses didn't really amount to anything. 9, as in the first one, I spent time on it, it failed. Second one, this one will be different. Spent time on it, failed. And then the third one, this one, failed. And then 6 more after that. And it's painful as shit because the whole time everyone is telling you, I told you so. And they're right. Today, but not forever.
And I want to see you develop into the 2.0 version of yourself. And that only happens when you are ready to let go of living like an average human and start living like a savage who deserves success, abundance, happiness, security, prosperity, legacy, meaning, fulfillment, significance, purpose. Doesn't that sound fucking sexy? Like you're either gonna play video games sitting on a couch having fucking Cheeto dust in your belly button. That's gonna be the highlight of your day, telling your sad victim story to others. Or you could literally take the pen back and start rewriting the story of how your life goes from this day forward. That takes fucking work. And if you're willing to do the work, you will achieve the outcome.
Give opportunities to people to maximize themselves. I'm a great believer in that anybody can change at any stage of their life. We are writing our own story, our own life story, but there's no reason why we can't stop, have a mental timeout and go, what do I really want? And start from that moment on rewriting your story by facing the challenge, achieving for yourself, and putting your fears and anxieties to one side. So I would never give up on somebody, never.
You got 2 choices. One, you get scared, you give up, and then you burn up. And the second one, fuck fear! And you barrel through it. And when you come out, On the other side, I guarantee you're going to be stronger than you ever thought possible. But none of this shit is ever going to happen unless we all cover each other's backs and we all become part of each other's family. We do that, I swear to you, we're going to put this fire out once and for all.
Where you place your attention is where you place your energy. So people do the best with what they think is available. That's my belief. And if you're unaware that you can control your emotional states, you'll rely on something outside of you to do that, whether it's a computer game, whether it's a Netflix show, whether it's a drug, whatever it is that you need to make that feeling go away. You're dependent on your outer world. And I think that's a hypnosis. That's a conditioning.
$1 million isn't cool. You know what's cool?
$1 billion.
Most people work hard, but they don't think hard.
Rich people think differently. So what I'm gonna put in your head today is a rich people concept, so you can get to understand it. The only difference between successful people and not is just how they think. Rich people think different. Quit letting people tell you gotta get qualified in another program. You don't need another program to be successful. You need to change the way you think.
Let me tell you something. There is no nobility in poverty. I have been a rich man and I have been a poor man, and I chose rich every time.
If you cannot write down right now on a piece of paper, this is what I want. If you can't list them, this is what I want, then you can't have it. Because your mind will get for you what you want, but you have to feed it a vision of what you're looking for. It's always interesting because the function of the mind is to make coherence between your belief and your reality.
When overtaken by defeat, as you may be many times, remember that man's faith is tested many times before he is crowned with final victory. And accept your defeat as nothing more than a challenge to keep on trying.
So I really want to say to children out there and to people who are watching, Confucius said one time, he who says he can and he who says he can't are both usually right.
Once an idea has taken hold in the brain, it's almost impossible to eradicate. An idea that is fully formed, fully understood, that sticks. Right in there somewhere.
Repeated thoughts were a kind of psychic groove in the mind. A groove that gets deeper with every repetition. You see what that means? When you think you can't, and you tell yourself you can't, and you tell other people that you can't, you've made a groove in your mind. Psychically. And every time you do that, the groove becomes deeper until ultimately you can't. That is the way it goes.
Be selfish. Be selfish for the next 3 years. Go get yourself strong. Go put your own oxygen mask on. Put some money in the bank. Crush your company. Be selfish with your time. Be selfish with your income. Be greedy on the amount of money you want to make. I'm telling you, be greedy, be selfish. You know why? Because if you go all in, if you stop thinking, I wish I could do more, be more, go all in and make the money. Get secure and put your oxygen mask on, and what you can do in 5 years from now, what you can do in 7 years from now, what you could do in 12 years from now is unbelievable.
I know I'm blessed today. I know I got work to do, and I know that it's all gonna be okay in the end. And if it's not okay, it's not the end.
Emerson said that a person is what he thinks about all day long. The way you think determines the way you react and respond to things happening around you. The way you react and respond determines your emotions. Your emotions determine your actions, and your actions determine your results. Everything begins with your thinking.
You become what you think about. And here's the interesting thing. You can choose. Choose what you think about. Choose. With your business, choose what you're aiming at. With your leadership, choose what you're aiming at. With your team, choose. Help them choose. The act of intentionality is so freaking powerful. It's unbelievable. Henry Ford said, if you think you can, or you think you can't, you're right. I am amazed at the things we don't do because we have this little tiny bit of fear that offsets all the other data and all the other evidence in our life that causes us to not go do something. Because we just don't believe. And it's weird, when you start to believe, you become what you think about.
It's just money. It's made up.
If you decide to be rich today, who gonna stop you? Who?
All that matters is how you see yourself. If you see yourself as the king, you know what I mean? You see yourself with all the belts and all everything. And no matter what no one else says, as long as you see that and really believe in it, that's what's gonna happen.
Be selfish. Be selfish for the next 3 years. Go get yourself strong. Go put your own oxygen mask on. Put some money in the bank. Be selfish with your time. Be selfish with your income. Be greedy on the amount of money you want to make. I'm telling you, be greedy, be selfish.
Stay small enough, long enough, you'll be big enough soon enough. I'll see you at the top because the bottom is too crowded, but we never look down on anybody unless we're willing to help them up. More importantly, understand this, believing that you can is way more profitable than believing that you can't.
When a problem comes up, one of the best things to say is, all is well, everything is working out for my highest good, and out of this situation, this so-called problem, only good will come, and I am safe. And you know, this is something that's very powerful. All is well, everything is working out for my highest good. Out of this experience, only good will come, and I am safe.
When you think about yourself as you would like to be, it is always in the now. The subconscious mind is, by the way, it's very literal. So when you create affirmations, and you can recreate affirmations for every goal that you can imagine. I earn X number of dollars. I weigh X number of pounds. I am a kind, loving human being. I am disciplined and industrious and fastidious. Well, I like myself. I am responsible. I feel great. I feel happy. I have health. I have energy. Interesting affirmation.
Keep your mind open for hunches from within. And when you are inspired to action, do not wait, but move on your own personal initiative at once. Remember, there can be no application of applied faith without action.
Millions of people want the same thing that you do: money, respect, success. But out of 1,000 people, here's what your competition really looks like. 54% are too afraid to try. 27% will quit as soon as it gets hard. 10% will move too slow and miss their goal. 8% will get distracted with shiny objects. That leaves just 1%. You and one other person. The greatest edge isn't being the smartest, fastest, or most talented. The greatest edge is consistency, sticking with something long enough to win.
You know why I'm here and 26-0 and UFC champion and undefeated all my career. Nobody beat me on like even round. I don't lose because I think all the time. This is not about all the time about muscle, your grappling, your striking. This is not about this. Everything is no work if your mind no work. You have to be close with your mind.
Know what you want and believe that you can and will get it. Give expressions of gratitude many times daily for having received that which you want, even before you actually get physical possession of it. Possession starts first in the mind.
Can you manifest millions? Yes. I was in New York last week. Every morning when I woke up, I just said this to myself: money comes to me abundantly and freely. I see it everywhere. Someone was carrying a box and a penny fell, and I was like, all right, it came to me. Let me do this again. The next day I go to New York City, and I'm in the subway, and I see a penny heads up. And I thought to myself, this is filthy. This is dirty. It's not valuable. It's not enough money. I don't need to pick this up. But I was like, no, I'm doing this experiment. Money comes to me abundantly and freely, and I'm going to manifest money, right? And so I pick it up, put it in my pocket, and I just say, thank you, money, for coming to me. The next day, I put it on my bedside table. I don't think anything of it. The next day, I wake up, and I look at this penny, and I flipped over this one penny. Oh, no, I looked at the penny, because it was heads up, and I noticed something. I go, oh, that's really interesting. It said 1945 on this penny. That's an 80-year-old penny. And I go, huh, that's unique. I haven't seen a penny that old in a long time. And I flip it over, and I notice something. And I get chills thinking about it. I notice it's a wheat penny. And I look it up, and I Google 1945 wheat penny value. And one just sold, I guess for how much?
I have no idea.
$4,000.
No way.
Online. there was more value inside of that penny than what met the eye originally.
Yeah.
And all I had to do was be willing to look for it.
Yeah.
Be willing to pick it up and say, I receive, thank you.
Take action. Not hasty if it isn't required, but don't lose much time. Here's the time to act. When the idea is hot and the emotion is strong. That's the time to act. Action pronto. Action immediate. Action as soon as possible. Because if you don't, here's what happens. We call it the law of diminishing intent. We intend to when the idea strikes us. We intend to when the emotion is high. But now if you don't translate that into action fairly soon, now the intent starts to diminish. And a month from now, it's cold. A year from now, can't be found. So act. Set up a discipline when the emotions are high and the idea is strong and clear and powerful. That's the time to set up the discipline.
You know, I had to go in my head that I'm going to be the best player in the league. Yeah, I'm going to do whatever it takes.
Act as if. Do you understand what that means? Act as if you are the president of this firm. Act as if. And then you're a millionaire. And it's just that simple.
From your perspective, what keeps people broke in today's world? Scrolling, watching other people live their life versus getting it after themselves.
Poor thinking habits keeps most people poor. Not poor working habits. Most people work hard, but they don't think hard. And Shoaff taught me that the mind is like a factory, a mental factory. And whatever you think about all day long pours ingredients into this mental factory. And that's what builds the economic, social, financial fabric of your life. As you think, so you become.
You want to reach your goal? How to reach the goal the quickest? Be focused with your energy.
Discipline your thoughts. Stop thinking too much.
Meaning, be focused with the mind.
Don't go into the past. Don't go into the future. Be in the present.
Whatever you do, from the moment of waking up until the evening, whatever you do, keep the goal in the mind.
Why? Because only then it's possible
of making this goal become real.
What is your dream?
My dream is to be world champion, world lightweight champion in the UFC, have more money than I know what to do with, and have a great life for my kids, my grandkids, everyone in my family, everyone that's come up with me. That's my dream. My dream is to be number one, pretty much. My goal is number one in MMA. I will be where I want to be. I'm 100% confident that I will make it to the top. I have the skills, I have the dedication, and it's something I really, really want. So words can't even describe, but it will happen, and I'll let you know when it happens. I will be, guaranteed. I really, really, really love it. It's like an addiction for me. It's all I do. I train twice a day. It's all I think about it.
It's in my head 24/7. There's nothing else I can think. I don't think about nothing else. And that's it. I'm just curiously fascinated with it, and I can't stop thinking about it. Everything I do in my life is related to this.
Demand integrity from yourself. You can't demand integrity from someone else. Integrity is like loyalty. You can't demand it of someone else. You can only demand it of yourself. Be the best example of loyalty, and you'll get some loyal followers.
It's so easy to be great nowadays, my friend, because most people are weak. Most people don't want to go to that extra mile. Most people don't want to find that extra because it sucks. It's miserable. It's lonely. There's so many people that have the ability and just refuse to get off that couch. Refuse to study a few more hours. Refuse to go deeper, to go further. And that's where I gain the advantage.
If I believe it's not going to work, then the function of the mind will manifest in a situation where it doesn't work. If I totally believe this is how it's going to work, then my mind will set me up in a situation where it works that way. And all of a sudden, that's when you start to realize, wait a minute, it's not chance anymore. This isn't chance, this is creativity.
I feel that I had the power to create my own destiny. I try to visualize every single thing in my life, not only believe it, but really feel it with every cell in my body. And I just want to send a message out there to every young person. Be in the present moment, forget about what happened in the past. Future is something that is just going to happen, but if you want a better future, you create it. Take the means in your hands, believe it, create it.
The moment you start feeling gratitude and wholeness, your healing begins. The moment you start feeling worthy and abundant, you are generating wealth. The moment you walk in a state of empowerment, you are walking towards your success. The moment you are in love with life, in love with yourself, you create a vibrational match. The moment you're in awe of life, you are going to have a mystical experience. And now you are causing an effect.
Whatever you want to do, believe it, believe it, believe it, even if you don't believe. Play the game of belief. Act as if you believe. That is power. That is sheer power. And it will happen, believe you me. An old fool like me has worked in my life and will work in yours. So never give up. Believe, believe, believe.
See this? This is energy too. If you get on the frequency this is on, you can't stop it coming.
Can you manifest millions? Yes.
I can get used to being a billionaire, yeah? Now, that showed me that the mind is a powerful thing.
Anything's possible. Anything's possible!
Everything comes from the imagination.
No one can take away your ability to create. Rich people's mindset is this. You think and you know and you have complete confidence in your own ability to create. You know that you have the ability to create money. You have confidence that you have the ability to create money anytime you need.
What it means is simply this: the rich get richer, the poor get poorer. Why? It's because the rich think about wealth and affluence all the time. And what do the poor think about? The poor think about lack, loss, and limitation, risk, danger, fear, failure all the time.
Rich people don't sleep 8 hours a day. That's a third of your life. It ain't but 24 hours in a day. You cannot be sleep 8 hours a day. You can't live in LA and wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning. It's 11 o'clock on the East Coast. The stock market been open 2 hours. They already making decisions about your life and your ass was asleep.
Success is something you attract, not something you pursue. Success is looking for a good place to stay. So instead of going after it, you work on yourself. Personal development. Set a goal to become a millionaire. And here's why. For what it will make of you to achieve it. Set a goal that'll make you stretch that far. For what it will make of you to achieve it. The greatest value in life is not what you get. The greatest value in life is what you become.
Millions of dollars was on my mind at that time. I was dead broke. There was no time to relax, go hang out, party. No, I was broke. I needed millions. I saw, even when I had negative money in my account, which was very often, I saw millions in my future.
There's people out there that are just working harder than everybody else, and they're gonna keep doing it.
Yeah.
And that's their grind. You know, and those people are super valuable because they change everybody's perspective of like what's possible, what to strive for, and what it takes. Like, do you really want to be a champion? Why? Because you just want to be cool? You want to be the coolest guy on the block? Like, you're not going to win. You're going to find some psychopath who just lives it. And it's their whole life. And if it's not your whole life, get out. Get out.
Born risk takers. Free. Takes guts. Takes goals. Now, do you know something? You're sitting there watching this and you're thinking, by God, I'm going to change something. Then seize this very minute what you can do, or even dream you can do, and begin it. Boldness has genius, power, and magic in it. Only engage and the mind will grow heated. Begin and the work will be completed.
You cannot have what you're not willing to become vibrationally. If you do get it, you'll lose it. You see, this is why people that win the lottery, they lose everything, or they'll finally get the person they think they want to be with. They can't keep the relationship, or they'll get a modicum of success but can't hold on to it because inside they weren't vibrationally aligned. They really hadn't become it. So you can temporarily manipulate and get things, but to have it completely, you have to become that.
People who made $1 million, put $1 million cash in the bank, what's that one thing that they did that I guarantee you are not doing? And here's what it is. It is called work. They worked 12 to 14 to 16 hours a day, 7 days a week on making money. They had an obsession with making money. That's all they thought about. They had singular focus. And I guarantee you don't do that because you want to live a balanced life. Well, I'm sorry, but people who succeed in life don't live a balanced life. It is a fantasy. It is a myth. If you say, I want to live a balanced life and make millions, welcome to Fantasy Island. No, nobody has a balanced life in the beginning.
As Warren Buffett said, when he was asked what the greatest investment is that you could do, he didn't say Geico, he didn't say Allstate, he didn't say Coca-Cola. He said the greatest investment you could make is in yourself.
What advice do you have?
Don't rely on social media. Put it down, turn it off, shut up, be quiet, learn, read, relax, get better. First part of your life you learn, second part of your life you earn, third part of your life you return.
People say it's like 90% mental, 10% physical. I just think it's 100% mental. I think everything is an illusion, you know. The mind is what creates these things, you know. It's just... The mind is a powerful thing, you know, and I'm only learning that. I'm only growing at that, you know what I mean? So what's to stop me? When I was a kid, I realized I was getting these nerves, and I was like, I'd sit back and I'd be analysing those emotions I had and saying, well, they're a weird emotion I just had. And ultimately that is what drove me to combat sport, to be able to manage those emotions. That was what I first got into it. So every time I would go to a boxing gym or I'd be driving down to the gym, I would feel them butterflies that I felt that time. And I'd be thinking, yes, now I'm getting more comfortable. Now I'm feeling these feelings more. So the more I feel them, the more I'm going to be comfortable in them. So I would always search for that feeling.
If you think of yourself as lucky, you literally see more opportunities. If you think of yourself as unlucky, you miss them.
If you will say before you go to sleep, I believe something wonderful is going to happen to me tomorrow. And if you'll say when you get up in the morning, I believe something wonderful is going to happen to me today. And if all day long you say, I believe something wonderful is going to happen to me, you'll find that as you go to sleep the next night, and try this today, it's a very powerful exercise. It sounds a little bit corny, but it's a very powerful exercise. If you'll try it, you'll find that when you go to sleep, you will not be able to think of all the wonderful things that happen to you. You'll just be surprised that your parking spaces will open up and friends will call and you'll get checks in the mail. Just your life will be a series of really positive, happy experiences. So always expect the best. I believe something wonderful is going to happen to me today, and by the inexorability of the law of nature, it's going to happen to you. I can assure you it's happened to thousands and thousands and thousands of our graduates who will literally astonish you the effect of this corny little exercise.
Money does not exist. Did you know that? I learned that years ago from a very wealthy man. I was free from money that day. He says money is an idea. It's in your head.
That's paper. We call it money. Money is an idea. Money goes where it's invited and it stays where it's welcome. The idea that you have to work hard for this stuff is not true. Some of the people that work the hardest are the ones that are in the least. Now think about it. Write this down right now. I am so happy and grateful now that I have multiple sources of income. If you write that out every day for the next 30, 60 days, you're going to become very, very aware of having multiple sources of income. Wealthy people all have multiple sources. They don't have one or two. They have a whole bunch of them. I don't know how many sources of income I got. I'm not even interested in figuring it out.
Have you ever asked yourself what differentiates the winners from the masses? Well, I have. I've researched the subject now for over a quarter of a century. And I have found that the winners are aware of a certain place within. It's referred to as the higher self. And in this higher self, there's an image of perfection, which is forever attempting to express itself in a greater way. When the winner wants to turn their dreams into physical realities, they call on this higher self. And they set about and change the world, not just for themselves, but for everyone in it.
Why has it always come to money?
Why not? I mean, everything you got on costs money. Everything you do costs money. You can't take your wife on a date for free.
Is that how you measure your success?
No. Me, I'm loyal and honest. And I'm a good person. And I call a spade a spade. Money don't make me, I make money. And without money, I'd be the same person. I fought so many fights for free.
You're getting emotional now.
No, not at all. No, I'm thinking. You know, I'm always thinking. How can I get better? How can our company grow? How can I continue to teach people around me how to fish? And I don't want to fish for them.
Go into the silence. Go and sit down quietly by yourself for 30 to 60 minutes. 30 to 60 minutes. Most people in our society have never sat quietly for 30 to 60 minutes in their entire lives. Yet I will tell you this method works 100% of the time. That any problem that you have, any difficulty, any challenge, any goal that you want to accomplish, if you'll go into the silence and sit quietly and then listen to the still small voice within. The still small voice within. This is the key. You will find that at a certain point, probably at about 25 to 30 minutes, your mind will go completely clear. And then a flow of ideas will start to flow into your mind. You'll feel energy welling up inside you. And at a precise moment, as you sit there in complete silence, your mind will go clear and wham! Exactly the answer you need will come at exactly the right time.
Keep it right in your head. Keep your thoughts good, not bad. Keep your thoughts decent, not indecent. Keep your thoughts full of faith and not doubt, because it is in your thoughts that is determined whether you will be happy or unhappy, whether you'll be healthy or unhealthy. The happiest person is he who thinks the happiest, most interesting, finest thoughts. And that is a fact.
No good story happens from things going right. My granddad always said this: the greatest gifts in life are not in the plans, they're in the detours. There is no way I could plan my way to being on the stage. I have failed a lot more and a lot longer than I have succeeded. I didn't originally get the role in Top Gun that I auditioned for, and it's worked out better than I could have ever even imagined. So if you want your life to be a great story, like a great movie, if you want it filled with adventure, comedy, romance, action, thrills, when you go out there and things inevitably don't go according to plan, just remember, that's when your movie's plot is just getting interesting. That's when your protagonist is being tested. That's when the writers are working overtime to give the audience some nail-biting drama. Enjoy things not going according to plan. If you knew the ending, it wouldn't be worth the watch. No good story happens from things going right.
I had an affirmation that I used for years, still use it. I'm so happy and grateful now that money comes to me in increasing quantities through multiple sources on a continuous basis.
A negative mind will find any way to make the world fit his priors.
Right.
So if you go into a situation adamant that that you are unlovable, unwanted, broken, flawed, insufficient, you will manage to warp reality to be able to fit what you already believe.
Right.